In case you haven't watched the previous video about how it started, the video is here on top. Go and watch that one first before this one, and the link is also on the description of this particular video. I started on the first video explaining my first 5 years here in America. I had a very big accomplishment of my life. Number one, I came to America. I taught the first 5 years. I had the opportunity to teach at the university, opportunity to have masters, opportunity to get married, opportunity to have a child, opportunity to have a green card, opportunity to have become a US citizen, opportunity to serve in the great military on the planet Earth, United States Navy. So all those kind of milestone happened very, very quickly in the first 5 years. Now I have been in the United States for 12.5 years. So I want to share how did I manage to have very quick way on the first 5 years, but also from the 5 years up to now, and what am I looking forward towards what is going to the future. So let's continue. The first time I came here, I came under the non-immigrant visa. Non-immigrant visa, as I talked before, is a visa you come here for a specific time, whether it's 1 day, 1 month, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, but with the intent of going back to your home country. Immigrant visa is a visa which gives you a permanent resident status. You become a green card holder. You become a permanent resident of the United States of America. And if you want to become a US citizen, you have to wait 3 years if you get a green card by marriage, but 5 years if you get a green card through any other ways. Then you can have the option of becoming a US citizen. So, while I was doing my master's, which is my second year in America, my first year, I was teaching the university. I was teaching West Virginia. My second year, I was a student at the University of San Diego, and I mentioned that the good thing in 2011, 2012, and 2013, the university prospectus, the catalog of the university, this one, they used my image, so they sent me like 5 copies of this one. So I have these copies, and I'll be showing my kids. They're excited to see me over here. So that is something which is very, very good to have this kind of memory on my life. So this is the graduate catalog. So while I was doing my master's is when I had the opportunity to meet my wife. At that time was not my wife, Marie, and this is the day of our wedding. That picture we took in front of our apartment. The apartment was about just outside of the gate of the university, so it's just like if you walk from our apartment to the university to the gate is like 1 minute walk to the gate, and from the gate to the School of Peace was like, because it was at the hill, it takes a little bit longer, maybe like 5 minutes, 8 minutes, depending on how you walk. So that was me. So I got to meet my fiancée, then my wife, then became my wife. In America, it is very, very complicated, but it is easier to meet someone online. So that's why I want to explain. I will explain in detail about the green card by marriage and in detail what's going on. But for me, I met someone, and she happened to be a former Catholic nun for 12 years. So that was, for me, it was very easy to connect with her. I'm Catholic. I was also studying in seminary. So we have something major as religion and the principles which we can be able to be as a guiding. Remember, we come from different culture, but despite of different culture, yes, even within Catholic, there are smaller things are different, but if someone is a little bit religious, it's easier to connect with on so many levels. And I'm thankful to one of my classmates, is a Catholic priest, Father Dan Nganga from Kenya, so was my classmate. So for that, it was easier for us. Father Dan was able to meet with us, like having meetings with us, like almost, so Marie can come because we used to live 3 hours from San Diego. So come with a train, so can come and then maybe spend 2 or 3 days. And those 2 days or 3 days, Father Dan, has so many hours sessions with us, going through so many things, so that you can make sure that we are ready and being able to our plan to get married. So process went so a little bit fast, and then we got married. So I got married on May 1st, and it was just like it was so much interesting. The University of San Diego has the most beautiful campus. As I said, it's a very, very beautiful campus, but that campus has the most beautiful church. So I wanted to so that the church is so beautiful. It's just bigger, like it's bigger. The church is, I don't know to explain, but the church is so beautiful. Just like this is the picture of the church. You see the church itself. It is within the campus. So okay, so this is the university. Is at the hill. Okay, just wait. Let me find the nice picture so that you can be able to see. So this is the School of Peace, the one I studied. That is the School of Peace. But the church is so beautiful. So many people tend to come to that to ask you to get married to this particular church. That is the problem. So for that case, to get appointment to have your wedding at that church is almost impossible. So that is the biggest challenge. So the good thing, when we went to ask for so they have this big church and they have a small chapel. So when we went to ask, obviously the chapel, you can get a small chapel, you can get the day almost any time. But the big church, usually, first of all, you have to pay $1,000 to get married in that church. But every single Saturday, every single days for the wedding, all the days have been booked a year ahead usual, or 2 years ahead. So it's very difficult to get the date. So Maria and I, after getting engaged, we went to the church and asked about the possible getting married to that particular church. For me, I was a parishioner there. So the person asked, the wedding coordinator asked us, what date do you think about? And that was in November or December, whatever. It was November, I think. November 2009. So we said we want to get married on May 1st, 2010. And that was on Saturday. And May 1st is St. Joseph Day. And it's just a very religious day for us, especially and all other kind of things. So the good thing, on that day we chose, there was one couple, they decided to cancel their wedding. Something happened to them. They decided to call off their wedding. So they say there is someone today canceled the wedding on that particular day, the date. So it's available. So we chose that day. And it was perfect. So we started planning everything from that moment. We got married. But I didn't, so I got married on May 1st. Even the graduation of my university was not yet. So I got married on May 1st. I went to honeymoon with my Marie in Disney, and we came back to finish my master's. So I was a serious student. So the priest who officiated my wedding was my classmate, and the dean of the school, because it's Catholic university, so the dean is also a priest. So two priests who officiated my wedding is Father Dan, who is I was my classmate, and the priest, and my classmate were there, and my friends from California, we are all there. So it was a very beautiful thing to be in that particular day. But I didn't go ahead and just apply for the green card right away, because from there I was not in any type of hurry. So what I did was, after getting married, we continued there. I had a work permit for more than a year because of what we call OPT, Optional Practical Training. So from there, I went to do my dissertation, some sort of, we call capstone research. I went to Tanzania, went with my wife, Marie, so that I could meet my family. So she had the opportunity to meet my family in Tanzania, and then we came back here. So we came back and life continued. So I didn't apply the green card until 2011. And then from there, my wife, 2011, Bennett was Bennett was born 1 year later. Yeah, so that was something. So was born 2012, whatever. So like 2011, whatever. Bennett was born in February. So it was just something which was beautiful to start with. So then I was able to transfer from non-immigrant visa to immigrant visa. So I went through the marriage. I will talk about another video about the interview, green card interview by marriage. What are they expecting? All these kind of questions. What you need to prepare, what you need to avoid, and all these kind of things. But then while I was doing for the application for the marriage and other things, obviously the job was difficult at that time. Why it was difficult? Because it was the peak of financial crisis. 2009, 2010 was a difficult time. So you end up doing smaller jobs despite having the master's degree. It was not very, very good at all. So, but we were able to survive. Then I decided, after looking jobs and difficult, but I came to realize that if you join the US military, there are so many advantages. One, you get citizenship right away. Then you can be able to get a security clearance. Then you can be able to get the home loan. Then you can be able to get, even if you want further education. So there are so many benefits by being in the military. There is a video I talked about the opportunities and the advantages and the benefits of becoming serving in the US military. So the link can be on the description of this particular video. I can be able to share with you, or you can be able to check at the top or suggested video at the end. I can post the video, the benefits of joining the US military. It's very, very, a lot of benefits. So when I joined the military, then I became a US citizen. Then Benedict was born at the time I'm joining the US military, then serving in the military. Then that was the first 5 going to 6 years. So there are so many things I accomplished at that time. Then at that time, there are things I didn't know. Yes, you get good money, you get paid, you just start like you are paying for the rent, you are just having a family, you are doing this, but there are certain things we didn't know much. You do not know how well, even if I've been for 5 years, I didn't know in detail the politics and the technicalities and the reality of credit card and credit score. How do you work on those kind of areas? How important is credit card and credit score? I didn't know that. I remember I had one credit card of 500, but I didn't know how to use it. You just use it, you go and even eat lunch with that. But there are things I didn't know. We didn't know, like, even to check a credit score, what does that mean? How can you be able to perfect it? So, that was number one. There are certain things I didn't know. Personal finances, we do not know. We pretend we know a lot about money, but we do not know. Trust me. There is a video I'm going also to share here about personal finances for immigrant. And I'm going to share here. And I'm going to have interview with a professional, licensed person with the issue about helping people on the issue of finances and the personal, about budgeting, about the issue of retirement, investing. People, we do not know that. So I continue to live in my life. Yes, you just live wherever you are in America. You have good apartment. You just live that way. Then the second child came. The third child came. Life continues. I moved from California. Now I'm here in Missouri. You purchase the home. And I purchased the home through home loan. That is the advantage of joining the military. So that is going to the second phase, from 5 going to 10. On the 10th year, you see in 2017 is when I purchased the home. So everything is coming up, like you are very stable now. I have the house, the American dream and everything. But still, I do not know much about retirement, which is a very scary thing for immigrant. I do not know much about investing on so many things which can be able to use there. Yes, I know about life insurance. I've been having life insurance, but there are so many things we don't know, which I wish all immigrants should know these kind of things from day one you are here. You know how to use these kind of things. So, those will be able to guide you. Personal finances, about the credit card, mortgage, how to maneuver all these kind of things. So I'll keep sharing more videos about what goes on the next phases of life, especially here in America. Because the next phase is, when should I retire as immigrant? That's the next phase. Thank you so much. Remember to subscribe, share the video, like the video, and I'm thankful for you to be part of the EBM Scholars.